Good afternoon, everyone. This is the first time in 5 years I've had my scuba diving gear on, and I thought it'd be a really good opportunity to get it out, check it still works fine, it seems to, and run it through its paces and run me through my paces, because I haven't been doing any diving for a long time, and it really pays to do some of your skills and practice. The reason I'm down here today dressed like this is, first of all, I want to go under the hull, check out the hull, do a bit of cleaning. I want to retrieve my glasses that I dropped in the water a week ago, and I want to spend some time looking for a propeller that one of the other club members lost some years ago, and no one so far has been able to find it. I went looking for it free diving. I think I need to properly get my scuba diving gear on, take my reel, take my compass, and actually do some proper searches up and down the wharf, up and down the berths, and actually look for it. I thought we might have a bit of luck today. So that is our mission. Visibility's pretty bad, but I found the glasses, so that's a good start. Now I need to give the hull a little bit of a clean just to get some of the rubbish off. So I'll do that now. Okay, the hull's in reasonably good shape. Just a bit of a light clean. The center plate looks all right. There's a bit of rusting again down the bottom, which is unusual because we haven't hit anything at all this time, but it has again. But it's still pretty good, and I've cleaned the wire, and that looks pretty good too. So yeah, she can stay in for a while. And actually, the next time it comes out, it'll be on the trailer, which is one of the reasons I wanted to get right underneath, because that I won't be able to get to. But that's okay. So we'll start a search for the propeller of Doug's boat. Well, I had a pretty good look. I reckon I spent about 1.5 hours searching for the propeller. I did a really good circular search underneath Doug's boat. That's the guy who lost it. Found nothing. And I'm actually pretty satisfied with that search. I don't think it's in that area. and then I did a few swims basically parallel to the jetty, and I reckon I laid maybe about half of the reel, and then got to the end, swung out a little bit on an angle, and then reeled back, then repositioned it maybe 5 meters, 3, 4, 5 meters to the side, to the left. Same deal, parallel to the wharf, half of the reel, and then swung out a bit and then came back, didn't find it. So I reckon it's the same kind of technique I want to use again a bit further out. And whilst I was down, the weather got up. I don't know if you can see, but and apparently we got close, I think it was about 48 knot gusts again. It's like last weekend. Really bad weather at the moment. And as I'm swimming back to the boat, I'm basically quite shallow, and I could just see the weather on the surface. Yeah. But even though I didn't find it, and I haven't given up yet because I've got another tank of gas and I might do that tomorrow. Even though I didn't find it, it was actually really good training, having been out of the water for 5 years. And I am really happy with my buoyancy, my dive skills that I use, my reeling. It was all actually really, really good for being out of the water that long. So yeah, I'm gonna call that a win, even though we haven't found it yet. The techniques were right, just no result. Well, after our search yesterday where we didn't find the propeller, we're back again, and I'm going to have another crack at it because I've got a bit more gas to go through. This time today I'm going to do 3 circular searches, maybe 4 if I've got enough air, and I go out into the middle, go down to the bottom. This will be the datum I use, and I'm going to connect that up with my reel here, and I'm going to do some gradually bigger and bigger circles on the bottom and see if I can find it. Then I'm going to come up, I'm going to move the datum down a bit further, and I'm going to do this a series of times, and it's just going to give me a certain level of confidence that I've covered this ground. I mean, there are a few blind spots that I might have to do another search at the edge, but I think this gives us a pretty good chance of finding something in the marina. Weather is on and off. We've gone from storms, a bit of sunshine, a lot of wind, but what that means is no one's really coming in and out, so that makes it safer as well, which makes me happy. So anyway, I'm gonna go in.
Divers with a background in technical diving, that is diving that takes them beyond the realms of your normal recreational diver, perhaps they're going deeper, further, using more exotic gases, and have to work out all the risk management beforehand, making it somewhat technical in nature. Those divers, that we all take a bit of a pride in our dive skills and keeping them up to date. In particular, buoyancy and trim. So this is kind of done by setting up your equipment, what you're wearing, both in terms of environmental suit and your whatever kind of buoyancy device you've got. In this case, it's just a standard recreational jacket with rear inflation, but there's so many options to pick from. And if I'm doing technical diving, I actually wear what's called a side mount harness. And yeah, I mean, you can probably see from this video that I've got this flat kind of trim. So that means that it's keeping me clear of the bottom, which is very silty, just as it is in a cave. And I have to be close to it because the visibility is bad. I'm doing a search, but I don't want to stir it up because I want to be able to see what I'm looking for. So I'm using a frog kick, and that frog kick, which is above the plane of the body, also can be done in such a way that you can push yourself backwards. It's quite an art, but with the right fins and a bit of practice, you can get rather good at it. So after 2 days diving at the bottom of the marina, no, I didn't find the propeller. But I'm aware of what I've searched so far. I'm aware of what I still have to search, so I'll probably come back to it down the track. More importantly, it got me back in the water diving, doing my dive skills, and I realised how much I enjoyed it. It's been so long that you can forget that and you move on to other activities, but it was genuinely really enjoyable despite the fact that the visibility was terrible. So I think you can probably expect that I will be doing more diving in the weeks and months to come, and who knows, there might be some more diving content on these diving videos.